This is insane. I keep on messing up my first word. So, I know, really corny, but just go with it, just go with it. Hey everybody, I hope your Monday is going well. I know mine is. I just got back from the doctor's, which gave me very, very good news, and I am very, very positive for my future again. I know that things have been kind of bad lately, and I have been actually rather down and kind of destructive at that point, and very self-aware of my flaws. And that's why I've been down, and that's the reason why I've been like, but again, good news, and it has put more positivity in me. But I did want to take this chance to explain to you all something that I made a video about a long time ago about the balloon, emotional balloon. And to do that, I actually got a balloon, so this is my emotional balloon. So, I know, really corny, but just go with it, just go with it. It's full. So we all know through life, we all face many obstacles and issues and things that we don't really plan on happening, and we kind of get sidetracked, or we become emotionally distracted or destructive or just extremely sad or anything like that. So what happens is that we become down and then we get kind of negative. But when things keep on going on and on and on, we just lose ourselves in negativity. And then when you get used to the negativity, that's all you see, because you're like, what else can go wrong? What else could bring me down? Blah, blah, blah. And then you just keep on going down, 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 down until you have no more air left in your balloon. So an example of that is, you know, when I started my transition and I first got my medication and I was all happy because I was like, hey, I'm actually gonna finally be me. I was like, yay! I can't wait to get all this going, and it's going to be so simple, and I'm going to go through it with no problems at all, and then I'm going to be happy and blah 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 blah. But then all of a sudden there became an issue. One of the very first things that kind of like hit me negative in my transition is the place I was working at. When I decided to start expressing the way I feel by wearing what I wanted to wear to express how I feel, the place that I was working at decided to all of a sudden come out with, you know, uniforms. But the uniforms that they actually wanted us to wear were polo shirts. That was only in the style of men clothing. And when I brought this up to them, I was like, can I at least just wear something nice and, you know, maybe something that the customer would appreciate? And they were like, no. So at that point, when I was sitting there in the office and they told me that I could not wear what I wanted, that I had to wear something that I did not feel comfortable in, you know, it started going down a little bit. Then, you know, I decided to say, screw that, I'm going to leave this job and I'm going to go find another one where I can be more comfortable and be myself. So again, I got some air back in my balloon. Now when I started that other job, everything went well. I met new people. It was very awkward, so it was more like, you know, a constant fluctuation of air being in my balloon, because it would be like, yeah, I got a new job, I got to meet new people, but also at the same time there was comments or looks or something like that. Me to a negative path with that job at the time. When somebody comes to you and they want to refer to you as a male when you're not, you lose some more air. And then also, I found out that somebody that I was very, very fond of, that was very, very nice to me face to face, was actually kind of behind my back calling me an it. You know, I lost more air. That person actually slipped one time and said it to my face. And then that's when I realized that it was real, that it was really happening. And I just, but because I was noticing more and more negativity towards me, I became more negative on myself. Therefore, noticing every single flaw that I had. And once I started doing that, I started losing more and more air. And I was like, oh no, I hate the way my hair looks, I hate the way my teeth look, blah, 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 blah. I was just noticing everything wrong that wasn't really wrong with me, because I am who I am, take me or leave me, I'm gonna be me. But because of my situation and being in a negative situation and, you know, having negative things said to me and about me, I decided to spiral. And that's the reason why I started losing more and more air out of my balloon, and being sad just all the time. Then, because of this, I started having issues. I started having panic attacks, which I've always kind of had panic attacks, but not as severe as they did when I started this job. Now, that was before I moved down to Florida. So I was accustomed to panic attacks before I moved down to Florida, and during my time in Kentucky, towards the end, before I decided to move, like, my balloon was pretty much just gone completely. And I was like, screw it, I have no chance of getting what I need or being who I am, so why even pursue trying to find happiness? So I was pretty much at a point where I was like, you know, everything negative about me is here. It's there. Everybody sees it. This is what they see. Because all those negativity thoughts that came from everybody else decided to be like, take hold up in my brain and make me only see what other people saw instead of actually who I really am. So my balloon was completely deflated. I was talking to a friend and I was like, what am I gonna do? Because, you know, that's the best thing you can do is actually talk to somebody when you're feeling down, not hold everything in. Whether it be a professional or just a friend or anybody at all, just air it out, vent. Because so when I decided to move down to Florida, my balloon went because of the fact that I decided to go ahead beforehand and make schedules with doctors and stuff like that, and I had everything set up, and I had a doctor, you know, already that I was gonna have my surgery with, and I had electrolysis lined up, and I had everything lined up, and everything was going really swell. But again, you know, I didn't have a bed, I wasn't sleeping right. My computer started having issues. There was a Sunday that I woke up for work and I went out to my car and the car was broken into, the glove box was ripped open, my $700 Maui Jim sunglasses that I never leave in the car, prescription sunglasses that I never leave, like, out of my purse, were gone because I left it in there overnight, which I know, don't get me wrong, I get it, when you do something like that you kind of ask for that to happen, which is shitty that people are actually like that, but still, that one time I did it, they were stolen. Then I went to work, and work didn't need me because there was no work. So then I started coming home, and then the car completely died on me. In the middle of traffic, I was in the middle lane. So my balloon just, again, completely dumped out. Then my whole plan for my surgery crashed and burned also. So again, you know, just more air went out. And I sat there and, you know, I was drowning again. I was spiraling out of control with my emotions just being completely sad. And I had no idea what to do. And then it became close to my birthday. And it became the month of when I was supposed to actually have my surgery. And it wasn't happening. And my balloon completely failed. So I had nothing in my balloon. And that triggered me to start having massive panic attacks where I'm ventilating because of the fact that I can't breathe right. Because I felt like everything in my world was crashing down. Now, I tell you all of this because I want you to understand that yes, what I went through was shitty. It sucked. Many people go through it every day. So it's not like I'm like, oh, feel sorry for me. There's no pity party here. What I'm saying is that I crashed and burned, but yet I kept going. And that's what you gotta do. I'm gonna go, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, do the 2 things, and also come to my live stream on Twitch, Kitty Rose, twitch.tv/Kitty Rose. Come out and visit and say hi. And on that note, I am done. So I will talk to you later. Bye.